Ever since I was young, I've had this memory of wanting a little cup of grape juice. This cup of grape juice is used in a religious practice called communion. For people who don't know what communion is, it's a monthly practice in Christianity where bread and wine is consumed as a memorial for Jesus' death. And in these services, little cups of grape juice like this are used to replace the wine. Looking back, this was one of the few motivations that got me to go to church, since as a child, I never liked going to church. Waking up early, wearing uncomfortable clothes, and listening to lectures that I ultimately did not understand were not appealing to me. Regardless, my parents still forcefully encouraged me to go to every Sunday. It wasn't until I grew older that I realized the impact this religion had on my life, family, and basically culture. I am originally from Canada, the great maple country. When I was 12, I moved to the US due to my father's work. However, that's when everything started going downhill. Upon joining this new middle school, I was made fun of because of my race. In a middle school where I was one of the few Asian students, I was bullied for many things related to my appearance. Be in mind, I grew up in a very condensed Chinese community in Canada, so I never thought my race was something out of the ordinary. During this time, I felt really alone, and soon I closed myself off and did not have much happiness at all. Let's stop being dramatic. Eventually, I did overcome this dark time in my life with my religion. When I first entered the church, I was reluctant to go because I already had the fear of being judged in a new environment. However, church was where I was introduced to a new way of thinking. The lectures that I once couldn't understand became lessons that helped me improve my mental health. The teachings of religion eventually became my rock. Another aspect that made church such a meaningful place for me was that it was a community. At the time, I blamed all of my problems on my race and disliked my culture. But in church, I was able to relate myself to people with common beliefs and values. I did not need to hide my Chinese side in church since everyone shared the same culture. I joined not just a church, but a community and family that allowed me to be myself. Looking back, I realized not all the people were going to judge me for my race. However, I was already so scared and hurt to really realize there was more to the community than my bullies. Now I have become a lot more confident in my skin and no longer fear if someone is going to judge me because of my race. In conclusion, the religious aspect of my life in the beginning really did not seem to be very important to me, but in the end, it helped me with my emotions and deepened my relationship with my Chinese heritage.